All right, people. So, this is going to be a little bit of an introduction. I have been riding for a while. And this is not my first bike either. But I've been a long time viewer of YouTube. And I've decided to give it a try myself. I don't know how loud things are to you guys. For those of you who don't know, this is an 83 Yamaha Venture. The first year that they made this bike. A little bit of details. It has a 1200cc V4 engine. In fact, the same engine the Yamaha put in their VMAX, which came out a year later. This year was not nearly as detuned as subsequent years, so it is a little bit. It's considered the sport bike of the Ventures. I can attest, it will get up and move if you want to. A little bit of history about this bike. I bought this bike about almost 4 years ago for $500. And at the time it did not run. It had starting issues. It just had been generally abused. I've gone through almost every aspect of this bike, repairing what I could, replacing what I couldn't. So it's been a kind of a labor of love. I haven't really ridden it a whole lot. It's actually not my first bike to restore either. I previously restored an 85 Yamaha, what was it? Yamaha XJ700X, the Maxim X. And it's currently still in pieces. It's in pieces again, so I want to restore it as well. But for right now, I just want to ride this one and enjoy it some. I apologize if any of this is jarring to anybody, because this is my first time. Well, not my first time. My second time actually creating a video. First time really speaking to one. So I wanted to just get out and ride a little bit. This bike does have the infamous second gear skipping issues the Yamahas of this era are known for. And currently I've just elected to deal with it. The engine has plenty of pull that I could probably start off from third gear if I wanted to. It doesn't like it, but it'll do it. A couple of modifications I've done to this bike, or I have de-linked the front and back brakes. Originally, when this bike came, it when you pressed on the back brake, on the brake pedal, it actuated one of the front brake discs and the back brake. I didn't like that, and a lot of other people kind of had the same consensus, and so I went through the process of delinking them. So the back brake pedal only actuates the back brake. The front brake actuates both front brake discs. Just a little bit about me. I live in the Orlando area on the east side. I've lived here for I've been in the Orlando area for 20 years now. Actually, almost 20 years. Another fellow on two wheels. Say this is my first foray into motorcycling. I owned my first motorcycle back in 1993. It's a Suzuki GS 450 in Colorado, and there were times when it was my only vehicle. And in Colorado, that is not exactly ideal in the wintertime. But it happened. I dealt with it. And I learned a lot. I've always owned only metric bikes. I haven't owned anything else. Owned, 3 or 4 Suzukis. This will be my second Yamaha. And most of them all of them I've had to do my own wrenching. Many of them I got and they were in boxes or in pieces, and I've put them together. Learned a lot over the years. But I am by no means any kind of a professional at that. I do it because I need to and I have to, and I can't really afford to pay anybody else to do it. Couple of things about owning an older motorcycle. You do your own work, or you give it to somebody who you absolutely trust. Because nowadays, especially like this bike, it's carbureted. Most motorcycle shops don't even want to touch a carbureted motorcycle, if they know how to work on them at all. There are some, but they're not cheap. Especially the ones that you would want to work on your bike. bad anyway. So I have done anything from replacing fork seals to valve shims to brakes, tires, of course, replacing starters and starter gearing. Yeah, so there's that second gear skip. Usually I try to just shift on through it. Being the Saturday after Thanksgiving, it's a beautiful day here in Central Florida. A moderate amount of traffic out. There's still a number of things I want to do on this bike. One of them, this has an air ride suspension system that it will show the pressure, but I can't get it to change the pressure. So I think I need to get into the electronics, summon probably either clean contacts or I don't know, something about that. Yeah, I know it does work. It has worked. I've gotten it to work in the past, but sometimes a little finicky, so I think it may need just to be taken apart and cleaned. The central computer on this also is interesting because it's kind of goes in and out sometimes. With the fuel gauge will sometimes just not show what his level is at. And then all of a sudden it'll show it. With a little disconcerting at times. And the blinking light is because the battery sensor is not even there. I mean, it's there, but it's not even plugged into the battery. And even when it was, it didn't work anyway. So I'm not sure what to do about that, but I have several things I'm considering on it.